Minutes ago, President Obama approved a disaster declaration for West Virginia. 9 counties are dealing with a chemical spill. It contaminated the water supply. Up to 300,000 people are being told not to touch the tap water.
Tonight, 300,000 people in West Virginia are being told to stay away from their tap water, not to use it for anything, cooking, bathing, washing, anything at all.
As a precaution, the health department ordered all restaurants and schools impacted to close.
Pregnant women should not drink it, raising the question, what's the truth about what's in the water?
Please do not use any tap water.
People are unable to use water for anything. That means no showering, no shaving, no morning coffee, and no idea just how much longer it'll take.
Now it's utter chaos.
Eyes burning.
It's a zoo in here, isn't it?
It's a zoo.
If I can't take a shower, it's going to be ugly.
Local tap water, not safe for drinking, cooking, bathing, or even washing dishes.
The problem began here in a storage tank full of chemicals used to process coal. It leaked into the Elk River, supplying water to the entire region.
Some reports have said as much as 5,000 gallons has leaked into the water.
Burning throat, itching hands and arms and skin, and a lot of other symptoms that are just really scary to begin with.
There's no telling how long residents will have to steer clear of the water.
You can't wash the dishes, you can't take a shower, so that's more frustrating than it is nervous or upset.
We don't know as much about our waterways as we probably should.
Do not use the water order for a number of counties in our viewing area.
It's something different. It's something weird.
There really wasn't a lot of information to be had in the beginning. There wasn't the research on crude MCHM. And we didn't know what the protocols and procedures were for shutting down a water plant of the size of West Virginia American Water's facility near Charleston along the Elk River. We just didn't know those things. And it took asking questions, investigative reporting, and a real sort of dogged determination to find those answers in order to get there.
That was the first thing that the chemical spill told us, is just how valuable it is. The second thing it taught us is that we have to be protective of that water. I mean, we have to be protective of that water because so much of our state, so much of our businesses, our economy depends on it. It is not just people who care about the environment. They care about the environment because of its value to the people that live here.
So this is the test run, trying out this little water sensor, put it inside a Gatorade bottle, and it's detecting through 2 screws in the cap of the Gatorade bottle the conductivity of the water. So conductivity of water will change depending on dissolved solids and salts in the water. So things that could be bad could be detected. Not things that aren't bad can also be detected. So that has to be investigated.
What happens? We get a lot of rainfall. We take water for granted. We're rarely under water stress in terms of water quantity stress. We just have so much water, and that water has a dilution value to it, so it dilutes our pollution. But what we saw from that chemical spill is that when we don't have water, it creates a serious situation, and not one that's just, environmentalists care about it. Everybody cares about it. Citizens care about it. Businesses care about it. It's wildly important to us, and we see it when we realize it when it's gone or when it's not available to us.
This Gatorade bottle with this little board in it that slides right in the mouth of the bottle they put it in a cinder block. The challenge was to keep it secure in the water, so they actually mounted it inside a cinder block, and they just tossed it in, and we're going to pull it out tomorrow. It's writing every 10 minutes. It's writing the conductivity, the temperature, and the time onto a little memory chip, a little SD card. And we'll pull it out and see, A, did it stay dry? Did it work? And B, did it take readings? And can we see the temperature and conductivity change even over 24 hours?
This was really important, and we understood that this was important, not just to us, but more importantly to the community as well. And it was an amazing experience. Being the news director at that time at the station, seeing the way our staff, came together, It didn't matter how tired they were. It didn't matter how dirty they were because they'd been out and about trudging around some site someplace. There was a real sense of purpose in what we were doing.
What we're doing is making something that could be an early warning system, right? So the EPA and local governments can't monitor every stretch of every body of water the whole time, right? But a whole bunch of citizens with pretty cheap sensors and Gatorade bottles could, right?
So we have to be protective of it. And that doesn't mean saying nothing can happen around water, because again, there's so much water that's not even close to possible. But we do have to be vigilant when it comes to being protective of it.
I think now, knowing what we know from that event, moving forward, we can apply a lot of those principles.